Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my July TBR. June is going as a really good reading month for me. I don't think I'll end up reading many books by the end of the month, but I'm sure that all the books that I'm reading right now and the books that I've read so far are really good and I'll be recommending them many times in the future also. Since I'm in a really good reading mood, I've selected a different variety of books when it comes to my July TBR. Of all these books, only one book is going to be a repeat from June TBR because due to some reasons, I have to read it only in July. Also, I've included only 2 fantasy books and not any more. Of those 2, one is going to be the repeat and all the rest others are books from different genres which I don't usually read. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the books right away. The first book in my TBR is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Now this is a collection of 12 short stories involving Sherlock and Dr. Watson after the end of the second story in the Sherlock Holmes series. I've already read the first 2 stories which are A Study in Scarlet and The Sign of the Four, and I've given spoiler-free reviews of them in the channel already. You can check them out if you are interested. Now I'm going to continue on with the series in the order it was published, and many of you guys also suggested me to read The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes before moving into the other stories in the entire series. Also, this book seems to be a bit shorter compared to the other books in the series. I'm planning to review this in 2 or 3 videos. I'm not sure how I'll be doing them yet, but I'll definitely not just do a single video for this book because it has 12 short stories and it's not possible for me to give a spoiler-free description for all of them in a single video. And I also want to continue on with this series as soon as I can because after reading the first story and moving on to the second story, I left a really big time gap and I don't want to do that again because I enjoyed the second short story a lot more and the way in which the author presented the story. So I'm expecting a lot from this one, and since it's a classic, I don't think it'll disappoint me. Let's just wait and see. The next book in my TBR is the first book in a young adult fantasy series. Since I'm finishing The Dark Artifices with Queen of Air and Darkness this month, I've decided to start on with some new series in July. So the series that I've selected for this month is An Emperor in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. This is the first book in the Ember Quartet. I've got all the 4 books now, so I can just start with the series and go on. I'll not be interrupted, so that's a plus point for me when it comes to this series. Also, it is wrapped up and there are no more books to come out in the series. I've heard really good things about this one also. It is a Roman inspired fantasy which is also a bit dark. I've heard really good things about the character development in this one. I've not heard anything that much about the magic system or the world or some grand things when it comes to any type of fantasy, which I usually like, but I've heard that it is very much action packed. I'm a person who's not that much drawn to action packed stories, but I think this will be up my alley because it involves mainly a sibling dynamic which I always crave for in any book that I read. We have this main character named Laya and her brother is taken by the Empire and the rest of her family is executed. So she goes and joins this kind of school in order to disguise herself as a slave, if I'm not wrong. And there's this other character named Elias who's training in an army and he has some responsibility to do, but he's unwilling to do that. With the plot moving forward, both these characters' storylines intertwine and things start to happen. This is all that I know as of now. I'm expecting a lot from this one. Let's just wait and see how it's going to go. And I think I will continue on with the series in July itself if I end up liking this one. The next 2 books in my TBR are the most anticipated reads for mine when it comes to July, and they are these 2 books, which are The Vanishing Stair and The Hand on the Wall, both by Maureen Johnson. Now these are the second and third books in the Truly Devious series. I read this first book, Truly Devious, in June, and trust me, it was amazing. Okay, I did not expect this book to be that amazing because I did not have high expectations at all. I knew that it is a mystery series and I've not read that many mysteries at all, so I wanted to start with a series rather than just a single standalone, and this was suggested by many people out there and I went forward and bought the box set since it was cheap, and trust me, this is definitely worth the money that I paid. I paid 650 rupees for this box set, but that 650 rupees is worth the single book itself for me because it was amazing. Okay, it has this mystery timeline following the past and the present in 1936 and in the present, where a single case is to be solved. It is actually a murder mystery, but the way in which the author develops this and provides us many different characters surrounding the main character, and it just feels like we are along with this main character while she's experiencing the story. If you're a person who likes reading mystery books, please do go forward and pick this up because it is amazing. And also, if you're a speed reader, personally I'm not a speed reader, so I was not able to finish this that quick. I read this in like 2 or 3 days if I'm not wrong. But if you're a speed reader, trust me, once you start reading this book, you'll not be able to put it down. You'll just devour the entire thing and only then keep it down. It is extremely fast paced, so smooth, very atmospheric. Okay, you can just feel the mystery brewing in the air while you're reading the book. It's that good. Also, the main character in this one, she's amazing. Okay, she feels so relatable in multiple levels. She's a genius, kind of a genius, yet I think many people will be able to relate with some of the basic things that she feels. So it is definitely a great book and a great series which I'm very much interested to read and continue on reading. Also, the first book ended up in a cliffhanger. Since I wanted to finish the Dark Artifices in June, I did not continue on with the series. So I'm planning to read these two and move on to the newly released book, which is The Box in the Woods. It is not available in paperback yet, I think. But as soon as that is available, I'll definitely buy that one also and continue on with the series. The next book in my TBR is a thriller, and it is Wild Lake by Laura Lippman. Just look at the cover of this book. It just looks so gorgeous, and also it is a floppy paperback, so it'll be even more fun to read this. There's a funny story behind purchasing this book, okay? I and my brother, we went to the Lock the Box sale in 2019, and he is the one who purchased this book, and there are like two reasons which he gave me. The first one was that it is huge, okay? It is a huge paperback, so it'll be easier to read. The second reason was that it was completely covered in plastic wrapper and not even the wrapper was peeled off, so he wanted me to take it and I went forward and picked it up. Okay, we just took it up in a whim, and trust me, I have not even read the blurb of the book for these many days. I just picked it up because he asked me to, and just a few days back I was just going through all the books on my shelf and I wanted to pick this up, and while reading the blurb it said something like this: we deal with this woman who takes up the job of her father as a very highly placed official, and she takes up this case in which a man has beaten up a woman to death, and while she is investing and researching this case, she gets up a lot of memories from her past itself, including her own family, which was very tightly knit, and her brother, in order to save his friend, had killed another man, and since he was just 18 then, he was not convicted and charged on any grounds. This sounds very similar to Dark Places to me, and I just loved the entire experience of reading Dark Places. I'm expecting the same kind of vibes from this one, and also it's not a very big book, it's just 350 pages long, so if I end up liking it, it'll be a hidden gem. If not, it's okay, because I want to try some different genres and different books, and I do hope that this will be a good pick. Finally, the last book in my TBR is the repeat that I was talking about, and it is Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Rees Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. Yeah, Cassie has co-authored this short story collection along with 4 other authors, and I definitely have no idea how it is going to be. I read the Bane Chronicles, I liked it. I read Tales from the Shadowhunt Academy and loved it, and I'm expecting the graph to go even more higher when it comes to Ghosts of the Shadow Market. It involves the short stories in which Brother Zachariah, who is the silent brother, is present throughout, so definitely it's going to happen from the time of the Infernal Devices to the later series in the entire Shadowhunter Chronicles, and I'm expecting a lot from this. I actually plan to read this in June itself after finishing Lord of Shadows and reading it before starting Queen of Air and Darkness. Many of you guys told me that the last 2 or 3 short stories in this one happen after the end of the Dark Artifices, so I did not want to read this in between, because if I even get accidentally spoiled for Queen of Air and Darkness, it would be a huge disaster for me, and I did not want that to happen. So I'm going to finish Queen of Air and Darkness this month and then pick this up in July and finish it up as quick as I can. Also, once I finish reading this, I would have officially completed reading all the Shadowhunter Chronicle books that are out until now, and many of you guys have been continuously asking me to do a video on how to read the Shadowhunter Chronicles. Once I finish reading this one and publish the review video for this one, I'm definitely sure that that will be the next video in my Shadowhunter series, and also after finishing this one, I have a number of video ideas for the Shadowhunter Chronicles itself. And I do think many of you guys also will enjoy them, because ever since I started recommending all these books, you guys have been very much interested in them and have been reading them continuously. Some of you guys have actually sent me pictures of the books as soon as they arrived to your home. All those things just made me feel so happy on introducing this epic series to many people, because I think this is a series which has many characters whom almost everyone in the world can easily relate to. Okay, they may not be 100% like you, but I'm sure that everyone can find themselves at least in one of the characters that Cassie has written in this entire series. So I'm definitely expecting a lot from this one, and also Brother Zachariah is one of my favorite characters from this entire series. So let's just wait and see. I'm sure that I'll enjoy this, but I just want to finish it as quick as I can. So yes guys, those are all the books in my July TBR, and I expect to read them all and enjoy them as well. So don't forget to leave your July TBR in the comments below, because I'd like to know them. And if you did enjoy watching today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel, because I publish new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.